Well, bom dia e bem-vindos de volta ao Belo Ohio. Because this morning we are in Lisbon, Portugal. No, not quite. We are in Lisbon, Ohio. I just feel like it's Lisbon, Portugal because I had about 2 hour and 45-minute drive this morning. However, I love the smell of coal in the morning, or maybe more appropriately, rain. We are here on April 25th for the 2026 third annual Coal Country Roubaix put on by Joe and Heather Lawhorn, and today is shaping up to be an epic affair. Like I alluded to 3 weeks ago at the Mo Gritty, there is a distance and a division for everyone. So there is a 35 mile, a 100K, a 100 mile, and a 300 mile option boasting 35,000 feet of climbing. Usually when you've got about 1,000 feet of climbing per 10 miles ridden, they call that a golden ratio. So when you are well and truly beyond that ratio, I don't know what you call it, the Lawhorn ratio, the platinum ratio, I am chickening out today a little bit in the sense that I'm doing the 35 miler with a mere 4,500 feet of climbing, just because I've got to preserve my legs a bit. In 2.5 weeks I have my A priority race, so I was tempted to do either the metric century or the full century, but it just wasn't in the plans for this year, and that's okay. So a short 3 weeks ago, I was stranded at the side of the road with the Boston carbon wheel, and Joe rode by me and he said, "You need anything?" I said, "Well, I got a broken wheel." And he said, "Redemption, 3 weeks." So here I am for redemption. For those interested, I have gone back to alloy. I picked up a set of WTB I-25 wheels. The same wheels that I used in the Ohio Gravel Race Series. They are alloy. They are hooked. That's a hot button topic at this point. These are the KOM light versions. So when I went to the carbon wheels, not that I did it for the weight, but it saved me like 450 grams in the wheel set. These KOM lights will fall somewhere between the carbons and the original WTB I-25s that I had previously. We have some different equipment today. The Specialized Fuse 27.5 Plus for a couple reasons. One, I just didn't get the other wheel set completely built up yet. Two, this has gearing for days. I think I have a 32 tooth chain ring, so that 32 to 11 really only gets me up to about 23 miles per hour, but going 32 to 51 in the rear means I really should be able to tackle anything that the planet Earth can throw at me. And if I can, I should probably just be walking anyway. Now, it has been raining all morning. It was raining last evening, so we could have some sloppy conditions. I would typically view this bike as being a disadvantage in a gravel race. However, if it prevents me from, needing to walk and get off and just puts me through some muddy, sloppy conditions, who knows, it could prove to be an advantage. But the priority on the day is to reach the finish line with my body and equipment intact. I am going to treat today a little bit like a training ride, so I think there are 7 major climbs out there. I am looking to go for it, treat them like VO2 max efforts, and then just, keep things together on the way down. So let's get down to the start line. I've got about half an hour to go. Let's go for a ride. Let's have some fun. Let's have an adventure. Let's see what Lisbon, Ohio and the 2026 Coal Country Roubaix have to offer. Diddle-a-doo, diddle-a-doo, diddle-a-doo. Quick break from the video just for 2 important considerations. The first being that it's a much more beautiful day here in late May. Sun's out, short sleeves, guns are out. While filming the action portion of the race, I would typically with the mountain bike use the chesty mount. In this particular race, I mounted the GoPro underneath the computer, kind of down by the handlebars. This negatively impacted the filming experience because the hydraulic brake lines from my handlebars obscured many of the shots that I took on the day, rendering them fairly useless. In addition to that, it was so wet and grimy that the sound is completely off because there's water in the microphone, there's crud in the microphone, so I did lose a good deal of footage, but still going to go on with editing the video. The second point that I want to bring up is you probably noticed I was wearing a pretty tasty Paradise Garage Racing Team skin suit. Upon examining my wardrobe a couple years ago, I thought the biggest hole in my lineup was that I didn't have a long sleeve skin suit. So just checked out Facebook Marketplace a little bit, and there was a racer on Paradise Garage Racing Team who was selling his long sleeve skin suit. It was too small for him. I thought, perfect, so I'm going to get a deal, and I'm going to be able to support my favorite local bike shop. And then I started to think about it a little bit, and am I in a situation of stolen valor? And this is where I think I would like everyone else's opinion. I think if I were wearing a UAE jersey in Columbus, you know, nobody's going to think twice that somehow I think I'm Del Toro and Pogacar's teammate. But if you're wearing that maybe in Mallorca or something, people will think that you're a bit of a poser. So is me wearing a Paradise Garage racing kit in Columbus making me a bit of a poser? That's just all I'm wondering, and I'd be curious if you guys have any feedback for me on that. It's kind of a moot point anyway, because at the last minute I did throw on a USA Triathlon jersey, which obscured the Paradise Garage logo, so probably no one's the wiser. It is a pretty sick skin suit. I love that design. Anyway, back to the video. Let's check out some race action.
Yeah, buddy. Steep old boy, huh? The muck is, yeah. I'm sure I'll see you in 5 minutes passing it. That's sweet. Down or I guess straight. Yeah. Yeah, that was steep. So we got 5 miles left, and I think 2 big climbs. And my friend Diamond Cutter Calves over there missed the turn, so I'm expecting him to catch back up to me. And unfortunately for him, he's been having front derailleur issues, which is the only reason I'm able to stay with him. But let's go. Nuclear Godzilla here. 5 miles, 2 climbs. Let's keep this spot. I don't know where it is, but top half is a good goal. Oh my God. Oh my God, the plot thickens. Last climb, and I can see someone ahead of me. Under 3 miles to go. Let's see if I can get one more place. Oh, and this is obviously another one of those situations where the microphone cut off on me, but I think I was just talking about the fact that it had been a while since I'd had a race that really came together well for me without any mistakes, and I did end up picking up 7th place for that particular distance on the day. My mountain bike did pretty well. I was happy to have all that gearing for the climbing, and because it was so wet and sloppy in the early going, I didn't mind having the extra contact patch of the wide 2.8 tires. That bike didn't do me too many favors on the flat street sections, but it's all about a trade-off, and probably in a race like this, there is no perfect bike. Thank you to Heather, thank you to Joe, and thank you to the other participants, because it is a community. And without these race organizers, these opportunities wouldn't be possible. Of course, cycling is free after the extremely expensive purchase of a bicycle. But, you know, there's always something special to pinning a number on. So thank you to all the organizers, and specifically Joe and Heather today for putting something like this on so that weekend warriors such as myself can come out, get dirty for a good reason. I was really encouraged by some of the comments in my Mo Gritty gravel grinder video that you guys still like watching them. So I don't know if I plan to do a ton of gravel this year, but I'm 2.5 weeks out from my priority race. And what is that race? You'll have to wait and see. Thanks for watching, everyone. Catch you in the next one. Hope you're having a great overcast late April weekend. See ya.